Welcome back to Stamping at the Warren, and I'm Kim Tolton, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a version of this card here. And I do have a couple of other samples for you that I will show you once we've finished. There's a very quick peek at them. And this is a very quick, simple little bit of stamping, single bit of die cutting, and this card is made. And as I say, it's a single layer card, so very little in the way of products. So if you are looking at getting into crafting, this is probably the bundle for you, as the stamp set has a coordinating die set. So long as you've got a big shot and this bundle, one ink pad, some in colour cardstock, you're away. It's as simple as that. So let's show you the products that you need. So the stamp set is a 2-set stamp set. I usually get quite tongue-tied with that, but it seemed alright today. And you've got all sorts of sentiments on here, from marriage to sympathy to just a note, with warmth and caring from me. This one I love. I think it more often than I say it, but I just want to make sure you know it. Isn't that lovely? We're using the comfort and healing on today's card. So a great all-round, very adaptable, very versatile stamp set. And then you've got the die pack that goes with it, and I'm going to show you just quickly inside, just so you can see the range of dies. So there's flourish dies, there's leaf dies, there's different flower type dies. This little one could be a butterfly. So it's really beautiful, and they work together, so they don't, it's not one of those sets where you stamp and you die cut like Jar of Love, where the die and the stamps match. These actually complement the stamp set, so these won't die cut the images in the stamp set. I hope that makes sense anyway. You will then need some in colour enamel shapes and one single piece of Whisper White cardstock measuring 14.4 by 10.1 centimetres. All the products and dimensions will be on my blog, so don't worry. A 2 centimetre long, and I've done it to, I think that's about 14.4, but that's just rough, so long as it's long enough to go at an angle on your card. Then you want a sheet of Peekaboo Peach, I'm using this time, cardstock A4, and the Flirty Flamingo ink pad. And that's it. Not a lot today, is there? And I think sometimes it's nice to just pare things back, keep it nice and simple. I love to have a repertoire of one layer cards because they are so quick and simple to make. Right, so we are trimming. I've got my stamping trimmer here. We're going to trim to 10.5, so just line up with a 10.5 mark, and by doing that you will get 2 card bases from one sheet of A4 cardstock. I think in the States yours is a little bit shorter, so you would have to adapt that. And then just rotate it, go to the 14.9 centimetre mark, make sure your cutting blade is out of the way, and then use your scoring blade to score at 14.9 centimetres. And you then just want to fold, get your bone folder and just burnish that fold to give a nice crisp finish. Then on the inside of your card, that Whisper White panel, grab some Tombow, or you could use Fast Fuse, and just stick this to the inside of the card for you to, this is where my, nope, we're right, I thought it'd run out there. So I'm just using a bit of Tombow just to pop that inside your card base, and that's for you to write on, and we'll probably do a little stamp in there as well. And then you want to work now with your card open and that panel at the back, and we're going to start with the stamping, and I'm going to use that big floral stamp. Get it nicely inked up with the Flirty Flamingo. Stamp off the page. Stamping off the page, you can see here, means you don't get the whole image on the page. Stamp again, and then I think I'm just going to go once more here, just for 3 little ones, just to be different this time. And then I'm grabbing the Comfort and Healing to You stamp that's in the set. And we're just going to pop that down there, and now I'm going to just stamp a small piece of that flower just there, just to tie it in nicely. That is your stamping done. Right, so next is the die cutting. So as I say, I've just got a 2 centimetre strip here. Bring up your big shot, and then you want the die that looks like the Moroccan shaped, I can't think of the name of it now, but it's like lots of adjoining circles. So that's the die that you want. I'm using the magnetic platform. If you haven't got one, then use your multi-purpose platform, but you may need to use a couple of post-it notes or some low tack masking tape just to hold the die in place on the cardstock. You've got an acrylic cutting plate on top, and then you pop your dies with the cutting blades face down. When you feel them, you won't feel like they're cutting blades, but they're enough to be cutting a single piece of cardstock. Lay that down, and I've pre-cut the length just to save on cardstock. I do like to be resourceful. Pop your top cutting plate in, turn the handle, purchase on the top, and there it is, it's gone through. We'll just remove that from the big shot, pop my big shot down, and then we can just remove this. So that's the outside piece, and one of the easiest ways to get rid of all of this, makes a mess on the floor, but tap on the side, give it a few good raps on the side of your table, and you will find that it starts to all loosen up, everything comes flying out. There you go, you can see there. And then turn it round, and it's generally enough, that flicking is enough to loosen everything in that die without having to use paper piercing tools and the like. I'll finish clearing that later. I've got a workshop tonight, so I need to make sure I do tidy up later. Okie dokie, and then all we're going to do is pop this down on here, and the easiest way to do that is actually to glue it in place first and then trim off any excess. So you will want a fine tip glue pen, and this is very fine tip. You don't need to add adhesive to every single piece of this, but so long as there is a little bit of adhesive in each section, it will hold everything down. And this really is a very, very fine tip glue pen, and it bonds nice and quickly as well. So just add that adhesive. And one of the joys of having my grid paper underneath my work surface is if it gets a bit mucky, I just tear off a sheet and off we go. Go again. I'm going to pop this down here. And you can see there's just that little bit there, so just pop your paper snips, open it up, trim it off, and then just press everything down nicely. And there is almost it. So you just want to grab those in colour enamel shapes. You can decide what you want, whether you want stars, hearts or circles. I think I am going to go with the circles. I've just realised that's, yes it is. They're nice and small, these ones. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 there, and I think I'm going to pop one in the centre of that flower and one in the centre of that flower, and that just adds a little bit more interest. And there is your card. How super quick was that? I know I usually waffle on and on and on my videos, but nice and quick today. And the full tutorial will be typed up on my blog, as I do appreciate that a lot of people don't find taking information in audibly very easy, and other people like it typed. So I tend to do both on my blog, and it just makes it easier for everybody then. And don't forget, if you would like to start sharing your creations or images you've collected on your Pinterest boards yourself that you would like to share in the Stampin' Up community board, just look in the show more section under today's video and you will find all my social media accounts, including the Stamping at the Warren community board. There's over 300 pinners on there now, and you can imagine the amount of creative ideas is building up quickly. So there's loads of scope for you to have a look and find something you like on there. If you would like to start pinning, if you follow that board, I check to make sure you do have an interest in papercraft, and I will send you an invitation to start pinning. It is a Stampin' Up only board. I don't mind if it's not 100% Stampin' Up, but the vast majority of the cards and other creations on there should be using Stampin' Up products. And I had to make that decision, sadly, because I got spammed, and it's always the way. The minority end up causing issues for the majority. But if you would like to join the board, as I say, just follow and I'll send you an invitation. If you look in the top right of today's video, you'll see a little eye icon. If you click on there and click on the little board that comes up, the little card that comes up, that will take you straight through to today's blog post on my blogger account. Or alternatively, click on the link beneath today's video. That's the two ways you can very quickly get over to the typed up tutorial. Thank you very much for listening today, and I look forward to seeing you again very shortly. Ta-ta for now. And that's not ta-ta for now, because I forgot to share the other cards with you. That was naughty of me, wasn't it? So in this card here, I've used that large flower to create the background, and then this is crushed curry, and Emerald Envy for the leaves, but this is a die cut leaf, and then using a thank you from the stamp set that goes with the die. So that's that card. This one is Mint Macaron and Peekaboo Peach, and I've added some Mint Macaron ribbon at the top there, and I've used that, I think it more often than I say it, sentiment at the bottom, which is lovely. And again, I hand stamped the background using the leaf stamps. So those are your 4 cards. And if you made one more, you would have a nice little kit set of cards to give to somebody. And now I'm going. Ta-ta for now. Thanks for watching.